I've often heard this contention that feminism is just about equality or promoting equal rights between men and women. I don't believe this is correct, and I try to challenge this in the way that I discuss the evolution of the law. What feminism is really about is relieving women of their traditional obligations and responsibilities while still imposing upon men their traditional obligations. Now, I know feminists will push back on this hard, and you'll often hear feminists say things like, we're trying to help men too, we're trying to relieve men of society's expectations of them, or they'll say things like, the patriarchy hurts men too. I think this is wrong. In fact, I don't even agree with this whole notion of a patriarchy. I think society's differing expectation of the sexes was a function of the human struggles for survival. And generally speaking, men and women bring different things to the table when it comes to that struggle. Life is about trading. People trade with each other. There are certain benefits that men derive from women, and there are certain benefits that women derive from men. Feminists try to undermine this trade and make it so that men still have to provide all their benefits while women don't have to offer anything of value to men. And again, they do this subtly. They can't do it explicitly. Otherwise, they would undermine this push for equality. So for instance, if a man doesn't provide for his family, it's not just that he's violating his traditional duty as a man to provide, but he's being a, quote, irresponsible co-parent or some goofy description like that. Or they'll suggest that men have all these advantages and thus when in the event of a dissolution of marriage, more resources have to be taken from men just to balance out these unfair advantages that they have. Now, when men figure out that they're expected to sacrifice and provide, not because that's their role as men and not because women provide something in return from them, but when they're expected to provide all this just to atone for their privilege, what happens is men become unproductive, they hide their resources, or in some cases, they just avoid marriage altogether.